right, class, we're now going to make our puffy omelet. And the only thing difference between the puffy omelet and the regular omelet or French omelet is that you beat the egg whites up first. So I have my pan heating. It's on 6, and I have my eggs here. I'm going to break my egg. I'm going to put a egg separator on the top. With the egg separator, I know I showed you the other day how to do it with just the eggshell. The egg separator helps to keep that yolk in place and then get the white off. Sometimes you have to do it with your hands. It's not a big deal. So just take the white off. And I'm going to put the yolk right in my bowl. Now I need a second bowl to do my next egg, because I don't want to put it in the original bowl in case I break it. Now in your bag this week you have 6 eggs. 2 for this, 2 for the strata, and 2 for your experiment that you're working on. You may only need 1 for your experiment, but I gave you 2 anyway. So I'm going to put my yolks in there. I'm going to put my whites in another bowl. Let me see. I'm going to put my whites in this bowl. And I have my little hand mixer already on, ready to go. And I'm going to add a little salt. It says a dash of salt. So I'm going to add a dash of salt to that. And then I'm going to mix that up. Okay, see the peak that comes off of there? That's a soft peak stage, and that's exactly what we want. So to clean off those, you just lift it out of the egg mixture, and it will clean itself off. Now we're going to take 2 tablespoons of water and add them to the yolks. And we know that that is going to produce steam in our egg mixture. So we're just going to mix this up. It says, make the egg whites look like a cloud. Beat the egg yolks in water. And you can add your pepper now. My pan is smoking. I'm going to take it off just a little bit. I want that pan to be nice and hot, but I don't want to get those fumes off that black line pan, because we know those are toxic, right? So each stove is a little different too. You may need to turn down your burner a little bit if your stove is very large or very hot. Now, I want the stovetop burner to be the same size as the bottom of my pan. So I'm going to take my egg yolks, my water, and my pepper, and I'm going to fold them into my egg whites. Folding is just with a rubber scraper, and you're gently turning it over. Gently turning it over. If I whip this up with a whisk, all of those egg whites will break down. And what was the use of using my hand mixer? Now you can do those egg whites with a whisk also. You can beat those up with a whisk. Okay, now I'm going to take some butter. I gave you 2 tablespoons of butter, but you don't necessarily need all 2 tablespoons. I'm going to put my butter in. Now what you don't want to do is burn your butter. Butter burns very quickly because butter has lactose in it. So a little bit of brown's okay, but you don't want to burn it. And I'm going to gently pour this right into my pan. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure I get the whole bottom of the pan covered. So that's why I use this small pan, because I only have 2 eggs. If you were doing this with a larger amount of eggs, you can use a larger pan. Now you don't want to play with it too much. I'm just making sure that the sides are going to get cooked. Now our tendencies are, go ahead and throw your stuff on there. No, you can't, because the bottom is not cooked. This is not cooked. Unless these are pasteurized eggs, this is a danger to eat something like that. I'm going to turn it down even a little bit more because my pan is really hot today. So you're checking underneath, you're just lifting it up gently, checking underneath. We're not scrambling. Okay, I'm gonna get a bigger spatula. And of course I want a black line spatula because my pan is black. And I'm gonna wanna turn this over. So there's a couple ways you can do it. Almost the easier way. I'm going to show you the easy way to do it. Ooh, where can I put that? Okay. The easy way to do it is slide it onto a plate. Not too easy. I'm having a struggle here. Slide it onto a plate and then turn the plate over. That's the easiest way to turn it without breaking it all up. Okay, now I'm going to push those edges to the side that aren't cooked yet. And I want it to get nice and brown. What I'm not doing is I'm not pushing this down, because if you push it down, it is no longer going to be a fluffy omelet. It's just going to be an omelet. So you can take your rubber scraper and kind of clean the sides off. You want to keep checking it to see if it's brown on the bottom. It's nice and puffy. Now I can put my cheese in there, or whatever else you have. If you had green peppers and bacon that you cooked up already, they have to be cooked. You can't just lay those raw on there unless you like. I like green peppers that aren't cooked. If you like green peppers that aren't cooked, you can do that. Now I'm going to just fold this in half. Fold it in half. Now notice I'm still not pushing it down. I'm just folding it in half. See how that looks like that? That's what you want to do. Just fold it in half gently, let it cook. Let that cheese melt. Have your plate ready to go. And then we're just going to slide it right onto our plate. And voila, puffy omelet. All right, success. Let's do it.